So today I'm going to do the Player's Guide to Budgeting IRL. The reason I'm doing this guide, because I see a lot of you guys spending money irresponsibly, whaling out, etc. And due to my profession, I morally cannot let this continue. I'm seeing you guys waste your future. I deal with clients. I interact with a lot of people who make a lot of money, and you need to control your spending. I know the only reason I'm making this video and spending so much time making this spreadsheet and this guide, I'm putting a link to the spreadsheet. You can use my budget guide or use other budgeting apps such as Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Chase Bank. Most of your banks will have budgeting guides, but I know a lot of you guys aren't from the US and don't have access to those apps for whatever reason. So this spreadsheet covers it all. Now, a lot of you guys are also young. Like some of my audience are 25 and up. This advice will be useful for you too. A lot of you guys are very young, maybe teenagers, maybe in your 20s, maybe you're starting out of college. So this is your life guide to making money. And maybe when you make more money, then you can afford to spend on gachas, or how to prepare a better future for yourself and your children or whatever you want to do in your life. So this is a budgeting tool that I used to use. Now I use an app, but I repurpose it with Morimens stuff, just for the meme and gotcha spending. So here I'm going to teach you how to use the spreadsheet. This is just your pay period per whatever spending, blah, blah, spendable, etc. And it calculates everything. Now, where you're going to want to put everything is in these cells right here. So you change this, and this back door will update. Don't touch this. Don't touch this part. So you change these cells right here, or add more for your budget. Just put the basic categories right here. So I put this category. You can change this. You can change whatever category. Like I put human rights, because these are basic human rights I believe everyone should have. Your mortgage, rent, or property taxes if you own your house outright. You put in how much a month you pay for it, basically. Your electricity bill, your phone bill, air conditioning, human right. I think you all agree. Internet bill here, I think is also a human right nowadays. Now I put this food. This is my expenses, just a beef grants. Entertainment. Our entertainment budget is less, so you can calculate the spending. So obviously you need a weekly tithe to me, just donation, send me $100 every week. It's mandatory. It's what every one of you should do. Donate to the Flares Foundation. Unless you're in a religion already, so you can change this weekly tithe to Flares. Let's say if you're Catholic, you have to tithe to the church. So I recommend tithing to the Catholic Church. I'm also Catholic. If you're Muslim, donate to your local mosque. If you're Jewish, donate to your local temple. I'm free range. If you're an atheist, donate to me. You don't have all of those other expenses, all those other religions. If you're an atheist, donate to me. I need the money to make these high quality videos and give out this high quality advice. Now, VPN service, all of you have a VPN. I'm not sponsored by any VPN service, so I'm not going to advertise any. But this will save you a lot of money on long run. Just for no reason at all. I'm not suggesting you do anything illegal, but if you do, it would save you money. Spotify, YouTube Premium. Again, get a YouTube Premium so I get more money from you watching these videos. Now, clothing budget, such as suits, shoes, cosplay outfits, gacha spending tab, battle pass of every game. You can change this and add more here. These are 4 additional cells you can add. So you can just add, let's say, gacha spending. I want to store scene whale. And then I put in $500. Boom. It updates. Or, yeah, right there. Everything's updated. I spent more on this spreadsheet than probably my other one because I am very triggered seeing you guys spend recklessly when you are not in the income tax bracket to do so. No shame, because I grew up poor. That's my backstory. I grew up very poor. We qualified for food stamps. Now I'm very comfortable, and I still don't spend as much as you guys who make a tenth of my salary, if not less. you should not be spending as much. I only spend like, let's say, like under $100 a month on this game. Under $100, and I think that's a lot. I only get the high value pass again. During my spreadsheet, I have all the value spending. It's only spent on value in this game. Don't spend on like the useless packages. Don't whale unless you have to. Again, so these are miscellaneous. You change the title. So these are, I think, normal. So you want to spend like $10 on some bug repellent for any clems. This is for Ultrash defense system. It's priceless. You can spend whatever money because you have to defend the Warriors' borders from the dirty alien invaders. Get them out. So Force Katana for self-defense. I'm gonna go into this. I think this is a very important thing. I'm gonna advertise a website that I use. So this is the milestone tab. These are your goals in life. I spent some time with this. I'm gonna go over this later in the video. For entertainment purposes. So what your goals are in each breakpoint of your life. And this is the Am I Caucus tab. So this is determine if you're actually over budget. So you double click this and put in the date. So let's say July 25. They'll automatically update, blah, blah. It's very nice. I'm very proud of myself. So this is a category. So everything you put in the first budget will update here. So boom, Katana. So you put in what you actually spent. So that's your budget. So let's say I actually spend $1,000 for the Katana. It will register as your $200 over budget because you're only supposed to spend $800 for a good Katana. If they're charging you $1,000 for Katana, lower budget, and you put a note, so you give your own excuse to yourself because all of you will excuse yourself. So this is the credit card tracker, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to go into credit card. I put it in the little image here. So this is the stocks tab. So this is where you put in your stocks as like crypto if you want to use it. I put in all crypto because that's what I'm invested in. Saving goals tab. So blah, blah, blah. Beginning balance. It pulls from your budget. This is your savings goal. And you add more tabs here. It's pretty simple. Saving purchases calculator. Now this, it gets your income. You put in how much you want to save. So let's say you put in a number way bigger than your thing. Boom. Your savings, you already saved this percent of your income. If you put in 200, you only save 1.62% of your income. Generally, I would recommend for all of you. I am insane, depending on if you're going for fire, fat fire, slim fire. I know if you want to know what fire is or what fat fire is, just message in comments below. I'll make a video on it. This is a community of retire fast. The goal is to earn as much as possible in your first prime years of your working life, so you can retire in your 30s or mid 30s. A lot of people go for it, so you grind the fuck out. You abandon all your friends, all of your love interests. You just work on the grind so you can retire and spend your life vacationing or whatever. It's not for some because you have to live like a dirty animal. You have to live like Monchi, basically. You have to live like Satan, holed up in a little cardboard box, spend cooking all your meals, going to local food bank to save money. Yeah, that's fire, basically. So a normal person, me, I would recommend saving at least, let's say 20-30% of your income, investing it around there. If you're going hardcore fire, you're saving more than half your income. The average American only saves like 5% or like 10%. It's something ridiculously low. And if you're in other countries, this guide applies to everyone. So you can use this or whatever. Large purchase calculator, such as if you want to whale on Dorsey here. So you put in your item, it will update in the budget section here. So you can say, how much are you building to save your large purchase? So you put in a home, a car, whatever. How many months until you purchase it? The price. So let's say a whale, you want to 500. You want to buy it within 3 months. And you save this much money. So it will update that. Again, very useful. Let's say you want to buy a small, tiny home. This is all the rage amongst you lender folks. Tiny home, they're like 50 grand. And let's say you give yourself 36 months. Boom. Right there. Again, you do this in your basic calculator, but I already did everything. Now I'm going to go into this in a bit. So this is the loan word bound. This is the interest calculator for your home, credit card, whatever. It just uses, there are better calculators out there. I just did this off the fly, repayment period, blah, blah. Okay. Now, the most important tip I can give any of you is your fucking credit card. Now, I'm going to give some recommendations on YouTube videos on who to trust. Because my hobby, I love watching credit card guides. I'm a credit card nerd. I'm a finance nerd because of my industry. I look at all the newest things in finance, all the newest offerings, everyone. So the best content creator for in-depth, I'm going to give you a brief overview on the highlights, but the best person you should watch for all your credit card needs is Ben Hedges, known as the Credit Shifu. He has over 1,600 videos. He is the credit card master on improving your credit score, why you need to improve your credit score, how to build your credit card budget. Now, if I were to do a video on credit cards alone, I would be talking for 10 hours straight. That's how deep I'm into credit card lore, because my dream goal is all credit card related. Now, Credit Sifu, what I recommend, and I'm going to go into credit card points and credit card flight stuff. So if you're interested in traveling and vacationing, who I recommend? Sam Chu. This guy is the airplane credit card master. He is a professional airline reviewer, first class. If you're interested in first class lifestyle, go to his videos. You can see what first class in many airlines, such as Anna, for example, Nippon Airlines, which is the Japanese airline, which is my favorite airline. $100 million Boeing jets. He's a big airplane nerd, and he's also Asian. He lives in Dubai now. Great content creator. Recommend his videos. Again, I am a tiny content creator compared to these two. So Ben Hedges, the Credit Sifu, for in-depth credit card information. Now back to this. So I'm gonna do a brief interview. These are regular credit cards. These are the top 2 regular, normal credit cards. Again, most people, even if you're not American, will have access to these 2 cards. Now I recommend this card as a beginner card because the annual fee is only $95 and they have a 75,000 welcome bonus. It's not that great compared to Insignia and Signature card, but these are the luxury cards. I'm going to go in depth on these luxury cards in this video. So if you're already bored, at the end of the video, I'm going to go over all these credit cards. I'm going to go under the milestone lifestyle tips. I might make a separate video again for lifestyle tips on who I meet, because I meet a lot of people who can buy and sell me, to put it that way. Because do my profession. I do their taxes for them, or did. I now run a team, whatever. So it's still on tax side, but I have interacted with people who could buy and sell me, 10 times over. Okay? Lots of millionaires. So here is a regular credit card. You want to get a credit card with a low annual fee as much as possible if you're poor. Now, you can get ViStar, Visa, etc. I recommend your local credit union, which is not going to be a video. Everyone's local credit union is different. Most of them should be FDIC insured if you're American. I'm just going to go a brief overview because I know that most of you watching this aren't American. But FDIC insured means that they are insured up to $250,000. Meaning if they ever go bankrupt or something horrible happens, let's say a bunch of ultra fanatics went and robbed the bank, the government will pay up to $250,000. So if you have 40 grand there, you know that if uh some Clem finesse go in and burn all your money. You get that $40,000 guaranteed from the federal government. So this is what I recommend for normal people. Now, if you're a normal person, but you want a little bit of a high budget, is the Gold American Express card, which is for wealthier individuals is $250 annual fee. Some places it's now 300 plus. Again, it depends on where you live. The rates aren't the same for everyone, but why I recommend this card, I personally have one of these cards. It offers 4-time restaurant points. Now, if you like to eat out like I do, this is great. I love this. I love this card. Now, these are luxury cards. Again, it doesn't apply to any of you guys. 99.9999999% of you will probably never get one of these cards. These are for ultra high net worth individuals that I interact with. The only reason I'm putting here because I'm already ranting. I already made this video, so you're gonna listen to me talk about these cards because I love talking about luxury cards. This is my hobby. So this is my dream goal that I will never achieve. The Dubai First Royale card. This is currently the rarest credit card in the world. Anyone that says the fucking shitty black card, American black cards, the rarest world are fucking idiots. They're fucking retarded. They're fucking ultra player, dude. I don't respect them if they say that this is the rarest card because this is a lie. The Dubai First Royale card is the rarest card in the world. Period. Because it's only available to carried about around 100 people, and you have to be a billionaire at a minimum or a royal prince of Dubai or Saudi Arabia. So again, it's hard to Dubai first. Again, morally speaking, a lot of you guys shirk at this, but that's why it's the rarest card. It offers you all the benefits from every other credit card. Plus, they have the best concierge service in the world. Now, a lot of you watching this video are saying, concierge service? Are you talking about hotels? No. Every credit card company, if they're a luxury card, has a concierge service. That's a fun fact for the rich people there. Every one of the rich clients have a concierge service provided with their credit card. So what a concierge service does for these luxury credit cards is they're basically your personal slaves or servants. It's the basic gist of it. So if you have any spending issues or if you need any advice, you call them up. And the better ones will offer more services. Let's say you're having a bad day. You call them up saying, what's the best therapist in town? And depending on their card, they have a team of 100 to 1,000 people. This is also a good job field. Like if you're hired by these companies, that means you specialize in a knowledge sector. Let's say you're a big fan of Marvel or DC Comics, you know everything about Marvel or DC Comics, you can apply to work for one of these concierge service. And you say, hey, my specialty is I know every single comic book. I know where to get them, where to buy them. They will actually hire you just so that you're on staff, so that whenever a rich fuck calls the company and say, hey, I want to buy Superman issue #1. They will tell you, and your goal is to buy that for them. So that's basically what all these concierge services do. Just like hotels, just like fancy hotels, you ask the concierge, say, recommend any good restaurants, recommend any blah blah blah, recommend a massage therapist. These credit cards are everything. The more luxurious it is, the better concierge service they will have. So the Dubai one has the best concierge service, because they specialize in everything and they're willing to do more that other credit card services won't do due to legal reasons. Again, Dubai. If you know anything about Dubai, you know any of the controversies, these guys will do anything for you. So that's why they're good. They're evil, but they're good because they will do anything for you. Like the best story I know about the Dubai First, when look it up, is the whole science fair debacle, which they advertise about. So a rich person from the UK needed sand from the Middle East for his daughter's science fair project. What they did is they flew one of their employees to the Middle East, first class on a fucking jet. They got a Lambo waiting at the airport so he can quickly drive to the beach, collect the sand, Lambo back with a full police escort to the airport to fly back just in time for the science fair. That is service. That is service. That's why I want to Dubai first. I want to be a billionaire. I will never become a billionaire probably, unless you guys give me all of your possessions, donate everything, so I can become a Dubai first member. Now, another thing about the Dubai first credit card is that it's only selected billionaires. So not all billionaires have this. They have to go through your credentials because you have to be someone of importance. Like if you're a regular peasant billionaire, if you're a shitty billionaire, they will never give you a credit card. Let's say you become a billionaire through, let's say, growing normal businesses, boring. You're a farmer billionaire. Let's say that you grow 100% of the world's rice. They won't give you the Dubai first. They only give it to billionaires which has prestige. Basically, like if you're like a tech billionaire or someone famous, they'll give you. If you're a no-name billionaire, no matter how much money you have, they will never give you a Dubai first. It's controversial, but that's why they're still prestigious, unlike the American Black Card. Now, the COTS. This is, if you're from the UK, you know what COTS Bank is, but most of you don't know about the COTS silver card. So this COTS Bank is a very infamous bank of what they did. Lots of slavery stuff, lots of colonization stuff. They're a very old bank, couple centuries old. If you're Indian, if you're any Southeast Asian, you will hate this company because of the British, and they are responsible for most of it. So let me go to the article now linked in here. Yeah, again, you can read this on your own. So they have a very bad history, blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 slavery, blah, 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 colonization, blah, 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 fine, blah, 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 may have hired people to kill people. Again, that's who you want on your team, okay? But they are less popular amongst the royal class now. So it used to be the COTS Royal Silk Card. Again, I'm pronouncing the name wrong. So it's only available for royals and nobles. So British nobility, royalty, the high echelons of society were the only ones that can hold this card. Like if you're a millionaire plumber, for example, you used to not be able to get this card. But over the decades, they've been giving it out to more and more people, and now anyone who's rich can get one, basically. The first case of it being devalued is the Beatles. So when the Beatles got big in the UK, they gave the Beatles the Royal Silk Card, and everyone in the finance community, every rich nobility in the UK, probably blew a big hissy fit about it, saying it devalued the card. Like, how dare these artists and musicians get this card? But since then, they gave more and more celebrity cards, and now any rich people can have it. So all the old nobility cards hate the card, and they look down on you if you're in that circle, if you have this card, because you're using a peasant card now. Again, I'm American. Most of you guys are American or not UK, so we don't understand British nobility. But if anyone in the UK can chime in, I know some UK fellows in the industry, and they all talk to me about how there's two classes of rich people. There's the real rich people who grow up, they started their own business, tech, and the old money. The old money hates the new money despite being poor. Like if you're a noble, but you're broke, you're still holding higher regard than the new money people, which is weird for me as an American. If you're rich, in my opinion. But that's a whole controversy. The UK rich people have a divide for no reason, in my opinion. One of the newest holders is Hermione Emma Watson. Again, all rich people, they're in the same circle, regardless of what politics you're in. She was in Panama Papers, but she does support a lot of progressive causes. I'm not going deep into politics, but she also has this card now. So yeah, and that's what people don't like the card. So this is the shitty American Black card. Famously, Obama has one. So American Black card was the rarest, but a lot of people now, probably fucking old trash players, still think it's the rarest card. It's so fancy. It's a black card. It's a black card. Oh my gosh, you have a black card. No, black card is not the rarest card. It's not even the most luxurious card. It's not even within the top 5 in my list. Again, it's a very good card. It's not that rare, dude. A lot of people due to Reddit have this card now. It's like one of the most common luxury cards in the world because the requirement is you only need an income of over $1 million and it requires a minimum spending of like 300 grand. Now you think, oh, flares, $1 million income. You're so out of touch. No. Why it is devalued now is because of Reddit and social media fucking ruining the prestige of this card, ruining the airport lounges, ruining the perks. Because it used to be you have to have an income $1 million and you have to have real spending of 300K a year. You have to spend at least 300 grand on the card a year. It used to be you spend that 300 grand for, let's say, hobbies. So if someone that spends $300,000 on fucking shoes and suits, they're living a much higher lifestyle than normal people, okay? But people found out there's a credit card hack with the black card. So what you can do with the black card now, due to Reddit, 4chan, all the social medias, is if you're a business owner, you put everything on the black card, meaning your revenue. Used to be like your actual income. Let's say you make $1 million at Microsoft, whatever. You are clearly a CEO or something, you know? Now, if you own a business, you have a revenue of $1 million. Let's say you own a restaurant, for example. Your restaurant brings in $1 million a year. You qualify because you put everything, the revenue, all the money on the black card. A lot of business owners now do this to get the black card, which is good. I recommend every business owner to do this because you get all the benefits of the black card. You're like cheating the system. So you have a revenue of $1 million. You don't actually make $1 million because you have to pay your employees the restaurant expenses. The requirement is only $1 million inflow, not actual income. People found out to cheat. And you put all the business expenses on the card, $300,000. You're going to spend $300,000 paying off the salaries, paying for the food, paying for the chairs, furniture of your business. It's very easy to get. So now people that have the black card, they're all poor fucks in comparison to the old age black card user, which is actually $300,000 on personal spending versus business spending. So that's why it's very devalued, non-prestigious card nowadays. Again, you look at the trillion Reddit articles on how to cheat your way to get a black card. Again, if you work as a waiter and someone gives you a black card to flex, they're probably not going to give you a big tip most of the time now because they're fucking actually poor. If they're flexing a black card, they're fucking degenerate. They're fucking broke. They're fucking a poor ass fucking $1 million business owner. Not unlike a Dubai First card. If you ever see a Dubai First card, kiss their ass. Walk up to anyone who presents a Dubai First card saying, I would willingly be your servant. Please buy and sell me. Because these are actual rich people. These are poor fucks. Now, I include the Crypto.com Obsidian Black card. It's controversial. I do not recommend this. I want to include a popular crypto card, a luxury crypto card. So to get this card, you need 500 grand in their crypto to own. You need to hold 500 grand in Crypto.com coin. It used to be Monaco or MCO card. I invested in it. They scammed all their users. Do not recommend this. Their CEO is very shady. Do not recommend this card. But this is the luxury crypto card if you're in that industry. Now, this is the JP Morgan Reserve. I'm going to talk about this later. I'm going to go to my other thing and talk about this. So this is the JP Morgan Reserve card. So if you look at Graham Stephan's video, even though he did scam a lot of you for Yada Bank, he does have a good video on JP Morgan Reserve card, and he is actually a JP Morgan Reserve holder. This is my first goal in life until I made it. I'm somewhat close to getting it. Maybe in like half a decade, maybe a decade, I'll hit it. But the requirements for this one is very simple compared to some of the other luxury cars. You don't have to spend a lot. All you have to do is have $10 million in holding with them. So $10 million in savings, which is very easy comparatively to income. Again, it's in savings, meaning investments and stuff. So your 401k, everything. You just need $10 million to be managed by them. It's a very reasonable goal for most people. And you have all the benefits of it. It's very cost efficient. This is probably the best luxury car. My own complaints is it looks like shit. This car looks like fucking shit, dude. I hate the design of the car, but this is my goal, and like this is my milestone. This is what I'm personally aiming for. And if you're American, if you're young, I mean, everyone set this as your goal: $10 million in investment savings. That should be every American's goal, even everyone in the world's goal. Just because if you aim that high, if you fail, you're still well off. You have to have like a good goal in life. If you're going to aim for 100K and you fail, you're a fucking loser, dude. You're a fucking loser. You're fucking trash. You're fucking ultra play. You're fucking clem. You're a fucking alien. Okay? You have to have high goals in life. So if you're failed, you're still well off. Well off. Like try as much as you can so that when you inevitably crash and burn, you're still better off than most of your like peers. So again, set this as your goal. JP Morgan Reserve. Now this is the free-to-play friendly luxury card. The one I recommend for the aesthetics, the look, the prestige. Now, I'm going to go over this. And this is basically a free advertising video for them, dude. So the insignia cards are the luxury boutique credit cards available for the common man. They have many designs. I was introduced this by a client, basically, who has one of these. He paid, I think, 53 grand for his. So they pay their artists. So if you're an artist for some reason, or if you value the arts, I recommend these. You can design your own designs: pearls, gold trimmings, diamonds, inlay. It has all of the benefits, a great concierge service of any other card. Partnership with a billionaire, doctor card. So you can customize your perks, your everything. They have specialty cards for every scenario. I love this company. I am currently inquiring with them on acquiring one of their cars for my purposes, custom tailored to my needs. I'm not going to reveal how much I'm spending on it for reasons, but I'm going to reveal how much my clients spend on it. So let's say you want the Insignia Wellness card. So this is for doctors. So if you have healthcare issues, this card specializes in 24/7 medical advice available to doctors. So this will have a concierge service on staff of doctors answering your phone call. So if you're like high upper echelons and when you have doctors as your fucking slaves, this is the wellness card for the best treatment and services, jewelry cards, etc. So let's say you want a credit card where you buy sports cards. They will make a sports car credit card for you with autographs of F1 drivers or whatever. Let's say if you're deep into gachas, you want to goon to gachas all night long. If you call them inquire, they will have someone contact White for Morimens. They will pay someone to contact White. They will pay someone to fly to Hong Kong or Taiwan or whatever, knock on White's door in a suit and be like, hey, how about making a Morimens credit card? They will do that. And they will see if they can make it happen. And whatever design you want, you can customize their artists. So if you want to inlay pearls onto your credit card, they will do that. If you want gold in your credit card, they will do that. If you want blood in your credit card, they will do that. They do everything. These designs are beautiful. I love these designs, and they have a full collections book. If you call them, you already have a entire book and pamphlet of all their past designs and their everything. Again, I love this credit card company, Phoenix Garden Eden. They have hundreds and hundreds of credit card designs, and it looks fly as fuck. You, you, I cannot stress how much I love this company. The mentions, the artists, they credit their artists. The artist gets a cut too. Like they are very consumer friendly. Again, they have credit cards to know people how much gold do you want in your card, how much card you want to weigh. They have professionals, how much diamonds. Again, you don't even have to rely on their diamonds. Let's say you're an ethical rich person or ethical old person. And you say, hey, I don't want any blood diamonds. I don't want any blood gold. You can mail them your own diamonds, your own gold, your own whatever. And they will put it in the credit card for you. So if you want to make a gotcha card, go here. They will fucking fly to whatever company, get it, or make something go. Like, let's say you want to make a Gunner card. They will make a naked lady on the front. They will put like Delphine's bathwater in the credit card. They have artisans, they have smiths. They will do whatever for you. But it might cost you a pretty penny. But I do warn you, you can't. No preset spending limit, large cash resolved. So these have the highest credit card limits in the industry because their credit card limit increases with your net worth. Let's say if you're a billionaire, you want $1 billion credit line, they have that for you. Granted, the one that owned this card that I know is not a millionaire. He only I think he only has like in the 8 digits, I think, which is whatever, But his credit line is like 1.5 million, which is pretty good for his income. Like most credit card companies wouldn't give you a 1.5 million credit line. These guys will. And because they custom fit it with you and they have really good billing cycles and they have own assistants and you can customize your assistant. Again, it's no Dubai first, but you have your own assistant line. Like you can have your own personal concierge service. So if you don't want your concierge to be NCR by other people, you can request that. Let's say you want a dedicated personal assistant and you're like, hey, I don't want this guy assisting anyone else, only me. Okay, you can pay them. They'll find a guy who's 24/7 on hand in your deck. You can wake them up in the middle of the night and be like, "Hey, I heard this new gotcha unit released in Morimens. Is he A tier or not?" He will pull up Flares' video and watch the video and report back to them in the middle of the night. So let's say it's 3 a.m. You're like, should I spend? You call him up. You wake him up in the middle of the night. He's your own personal assistant. He's required. He wakes up all groggy. He's like, oh, okay, at your service. What do you want me to do? Hey, I want you to drive 10,000 miles to Bangladesh to get me a dessert. Okay, see ya. He will have to walk himself to the airport. Again, concierge servers are basically slaves, and that's what they're paid for. They're paid very well to do what amounts to basically slavery here. So again, this is what I recommend for expensive. Now, what I recommend for not rich people who want a fancy metal card with more benefits than the average card. Again, if you're making a little bit of money, you want a fancy card, you've seen all these cards, these are affordable. So the Lion card. Spoiler alert, I know the Lion card because I know the person who owns this company. Why? They're also Vietnamese. I am Vietnamese American. He's Vietnamese American. Yeah, it's a full Vietnamese team working on these line card. Everyone employed by them is Vietnamese American. So if you want to enjoy a Vietnamese American business, use these guys. So what they do is these nice line credit cards. Again, okay, another disclosure because I is unethical for me, and I have some ethics. One of my relatives work for this company. So if you are ordering a card from them, tell them you got it from Flares. They will know who Flares is, depending on who you get on call. They will know who I am. So let's just say that. So you can design your own credit card. It's like $100 or a couple $100, which is affordable if you're spending on gachas. You put your own text, your texture, how much gold you want. Uh, and they have good chip cards. So if you want to have your business card on it, I know a lot of business cards. So let's say you put your business card on the card, so it was a 2-in-1 card. So it's a dual chip card, blah, blah, blah. So let's say you and your wife need a credit card, 2 chips. You use this side for your wife, this side for your bank account. Bada bing, bada boom. Very good idea from them. Not biased at all. Wholesale business ventures. You even put special cards, for example. Very good, very good. Call them. Okay? Support Vietnamese businesses that are American. Okay? American. They're more American than most people born in America. They love America. I love America. Order from them. You can trust them with their credit card. So a lot of people very bad at finance. I was going to talk about Japanese players spending so much on gachas. They struggle with living expenses. Here's the study, but video is getting long. So I'm going to go back to the spreadsheet, talk about the last section here. Milestones. Now, a lot of you young have the time to watch this far. If you are employed, you've already stopped watching the video. If you're still watching the video, thank you for your support. Thank you for watching my videos. Now, this doesn't apply to you if you're already older. So this is what you can expect at each milestone in your life. Age points. So age 13 for 18, you have no money. 18-23, you're in debt. This is when you start earning. You're like 23 and up, you graduated college, you're starting to earn money. Now, rapid growth. You're getting promoted a lot. This age range, and you're close to peak earnings, your lifestyle. Anyone will tell you this. So this is your peak and then decline. These 12 years, peak, then decline. This is your endpoint. This is where you keep working or decide what you're going to do in your retirement age. So this is when you have enough money to be in the pod, the Matrix pod, the VR pod. You're going to be in the pod forever. I'm all for the pod lifestyle. I will sell out each and every one of you. I will sell out my entire family. I will sell out the human race for the AI robots to put me in the pod so I can live out isekai adventures in a fantasy universe, okay? I will dedicate my life to the pod. Everyone should betray the human race for the pod, like in the Matrix, okay? Age 13 for 18, you should have no investment or little investment. As soon as you hit 18, most of your savings should go directly into investment because the time value of investment, compound interest. Invest early. Put every damn cent you have into investment. Invest more, you idiot. Invest more, you dumbass. Okay? Put every single dollar into your investment account. I don't care what you invest in. Put it in. All into investment. Do not spend wildly on gachas. Age 45, you can relax. You can maybe even withdraw some of your investment. You did good. You can tone down your investment. Enjoy your life. You invested well. Your investment account is huge. Huge investment account. Now, you have enough money to get inside the pod. The pod. This is what you're investing for. To pay the AI overlords to put you in the pod. Now, young, your expenses, non-existent. Your parents pay for everything, or should. Or your orphanage. Or your foster home. Or your ragtag communities of orphans robbing people off the streets. Expenses, very little. College years or trade school years or whatever. You're living on Insta ramen and McDonald's. Now you're spending a shit ton of money on restaurants and eating out to college trauma. You're treating yourself. This is typical. Don't feel bad about it. A lot of you DoorDash. I know a lot of people at this age DoorDash, whatever. Now, your 30s, you or your wife are cooking homemade meals now for whatever reason. Now, you are paying for your coworkers' meals because you're well off. You have young apprentices. You're taking them out to the bar. You're taking them out to the restaurant. You're paying for their tab. You feel generous. Now, since you're 45, in my experience, interacting with a lot of rich people, you either A, revert to college form, your palate is destroyed, you're now living on Insta ramen and McDonald's for some reason, you're eating complete fast food trash in your 40s. I don't understand why this happens. If you're a millionaire, if you're a billionaire, even if you make a lot of money and you're 45, half of you will revert back to your caveman college days and live on Insta ramen and trash fast food. This happens. I don't know why it happens. Or you maintain your exquisite taste and you eat at the high-end restaurants. It can go either way. It's something in your primal brain this happens. Since you hit 60, you're being fed through a tube as you're in the pod. Now, 13, 18, you have free housing at your orphanage or your parents' home. Now you're at a college dorm or apartment. Now you are still in an apartment at your first job unless you make very good life choices in a high value job after college or whatever. You don't know. 28 for 33, you should have home ownership by now. Again, I am biased because I only help people who are already well off in the beginning because they only hire accountants if you're already well off. So most people in this age range have a home. You should have a home if you're 28 to 33. I have a home. Okay. You now pay a mortgage. I already paid off mine, so it's whatever. Now you're 30, 45. You're paying off your mortgage. Generally speaking, I recommend paying off your mortgage as soon as possible. Some people would say it's good advice if you're responsible. If you're responsible, delay your mortgage payment as long as possible in order to put your money in investments, because theoretically speaking, your investments should grow more than your mortgage interest. Now, I recommend paying your mortgage as soon as possible, but you know why? 99.99% of you are fucking idiots. Everyone is a fucking moron. I see your tax bill. I've seen everyone's budget. Most of my clients are fucking morons. All of them are idiots. They're not accountants. All of you are fucking degenerate scum, okay? Accept it. Every one of you is a fucking degenerate. All of you guys are losers. Every single one of you. Every one of you is irresponsible. We give this advice all the time. You delay your mortgage. You delay your spending in order to invest more. None of you do that. Like, out of 100 people, 5 of you do that. And if you do that, this doesn't apply to you. Most of you guys, and like, I have extra money. I'm going to spend on something stupid. I'm going to spend on hype-piece clothing. I'm spending on sneakers. I'm spending on pulling on Gachas. I'm spending on shitty clothing. I'm spending on, I don't know, my child's education. Worthless spending, okay? These are what idiots do with their money instead of investing. You're paying for like your child's clothing or something. No. Invest. So, right into that. Just pay off your mortgage faster, okay? Because you're not investing it. Be honest with yourself. The extra money you're saving by not paying off your mortgage faster is not going into investment. It's going to something dumb, such as, I don't know, healthcare. So, worthless. So, age 45, I don't know what to say. This is when you hit your midlife crisis. I've seen people's tax. I've seen people spending. All of you guys, when you hit 45, if you're young, I don't give a fuck about your opinion, dude. This is what's going to happen to you. You own a home, for whatever reason, you have a midlife crisis, you're spending half of your income on home renovations right now, on kitchen renovations right now, on bathroom renovations right now. You're living at Home Depot right now. That's all of you. Every client, when they hit this age, are spending a shit ton of money on home renovations, at least in Florida. You guys are ridiculous, okay? I'm ranting right now, dude. You're spending money on home renovations at this age. 45, home renovations. You or your wife, sometimes it happens earlier. Sometimes you have a freak accident and in your 30s right now. Some of you are watching this video and you're like, how the fuck does he know how I'm spending my money? You're not weird. You're not atypical. This is everyone your age. You're spending money on home renovations. Do you really need that kitchen reno? Do you really need that bathroom renovation? Do you need that new roof? You won't say, yeah, it's been next years. You're spending a shit ton of money. I can't stop you. So I'm teaching younger people to save up because you're spending a lot on home renovations at this age. Now, entertainment budget. Non-existent 13 to 18. Now, when you hit college age, you have an entertainment budget, but you're doing nefarious deeds to do it. You're doing OnlyFans. You're doing art commissions or selling illicit contrabands to pay for games. I was a kid once too. I know what you guys do at this age, dude. You're like fucking selling drugs. You're selling your body. You're selling blood. Or you're selling your genetic material. You're selling everything you can for entertainment, for bar money, for beer money. This is what you're doing at this age. Prepare for it. I do not recommend doing it. You guys won't listen to this. So I'm only providing advice to limit the damage you will do to yourself. So 23, you're spending an insane amount of money. This is the most you will ever spend on entertainment in your life because you just started making money. So you're spending 50% of it on entertainment. Do not recommend doing this. Save up, invest. But this is what's going to happen when you're 23 to 28. This is why you're watching my video. You fucking gotcha scum. Now, 20 to 33, you're spending less on certain games and more on gachas, as time equals money, because you're getting promoted fast. You're making more money. You're spending all of your life at work. You don't have time to play as many games. You don't have time for as many hobbies. Now, 33 to 45, somehow, every rich person, everyone far off in their career, when they hit 33, you're now suddenly interested in boats, and you will ruin your life. You will ruin your fucking life, you degenerate scum. You fucking boat-loving Neanderthal. Why are you buying that boat? Don't you know the cost of boat maintenance? You're going to buy a boat, and you're going to use it like 3 times a year, and you're going to spend like tens of thousands of dollars maintaining the boat that you never use. This will ruin your life. Your boat purchase is going to ruin your life. This is what's going to happen when you hit 33. Now, it could not be boat. It could be cars. It could be anything. Most of the time, it's going to be a boat. Every man becomes a boat person at this age. Now, 45 plus. Your entertainment budget is now focused on bailing your like kids out of jail because you spent all this time not with your children. You didn't raise them right? Unless you're an Asian parent beating submission into your kids early on, okay? Remember, beat them early. Just if you're Asian, just do what your parents did to you. Every Asian kid watching the video knows what I'm talking about. Just continue the cycle of trauma because it works. You know why it works? Because I'm here. Because every Asian kid who is successful watching this video right now will have to admit all of the beatings somehow worked. It's either it works or look at all the white kids who are rich. Do you want your kids to turn out that way? No. If your kids turn out that way, this is what your entertainment bill is for. Bailing your kids out of jail. Bailing your shithead kids, no-life kids out of jail. That is what's going to happen unless you adopt the Asian tiger mom lifestyle. Now, you're in the pod. This is your entertainment. You're in the pod. Now, this is kids. This age, if you have kids, you are fucked. You're fucked for life. 99% of you will be destined for a life of poverty unless you try 10 times harder than anyone else. Because you're a young mom, you have a kid at 13 years old. Unless you're in Teenage mom, reality TV show, your life is fucked. 1823, your life is fucked. You're poor for life. I'm sorry. This is normally what happens unless you try 10 times harder than anyone else. You're fucked. If you have kids this early, you're fucked for life. Now, 23 to 28, if you have a kid at this age, they benefit your career. It happens. This is the sad truth of the adult lifestyle. If you have a kid, 23, 28, you will get promotions faster. You will get pay raises faster. You get more benefits because they will let you off early to pick up your kid from work and you will still get paid. Most companies do that. They benefit your career at this age. And people, when they look at someone who's single and they look at someone with kids, they will give the promotion to someone with kids because they will see the person with kids as needing money more. Even if you're a better worker single, even if you work all your life, this is just what happens at every company. I'm sorry. This is the truth about life. I'm just telling you kids early. If you have kids at these age ranges, 28 to 33, they will help your career and they will provide a benefit on your taxes. Most finance fields, most real STEM fields, kids only have benefits. So if you don't want kids, lie about having a kid. Lie about get some random niece or nephew picture, put in your office and talk about your kids. This is how you get promotions fast. This is life advice. This is, you think I'm being funny. This is actual advice. It actually works, okay? Now, 33 up. If you don't have kids, now you will want them. All right, this is just what happens. This age is what many clients, many people I talk to want kids. 45 and up, you will now need kids. Because if you live single for age 18 to whatever, you swore off relationships, you think relationships are stupid. I meet a lot of you guys. This age, you will need kids or you will die. You either have a kid or you die. That's what happens. You either kill yourself, you OD on drugs, or you get into a car crash. This is what happens to everyone 45 and up if they don't have kids. You will need kids for survival. Why? Age 1 for 45, you've done everything. You've done all the fucking drugs. You partied all the times. Partying and barring and boozing does a negative effect on your health. And if you keep barring and boozing when you're 45 and up, you are going to die. You're going to die in a ditch with no one to love you. You will need kids to survive now. You will want kids. You crave kids at this age. Doesn't matter if you're gay. You want to adopt a kid. You want a kid for whatever reason. This is everyone I talk to. If you want to survive to your 60s, you need a kid. Now, at age 60, you're abandoning your kids, go into the pod. Remember, pod gaming. Now, this is relationships. Age 13 for 18, high school relationships. If you're single, you will be miserable. Most of you guys are miserable and single at 13, 18. We've all been there. At least I've been there. Some of you guys are still there. If you're single, don't worry about it. Focus on your studies. This is when you focus on your studies, get into a good college, get a good degree. It's just player's advice. If you're a couple, you will have high highs in high school. You will feel so much love. Your heart will beat. Why do you think of your significant other? Oh, I want to break the bread. Oh, I'm spending the rest of my life with him. Oh, I love him so much. I will kill for him. Yeah, that high highs. You will feel those emotions. Lovey-dovey. This is everyone. Now, you have suicidal lows if you're a couple. You will think of killing yourself for every argument, loss of drama. This is what happens when you're this age. Hormones all about. You're watching videos saying, what does this old man knows about? Or you're going to watch videos and say, hey, I was about to kill myself, but Forrest convinced me not to and to not pull Ultra. Now, age 18 for 23. If you're single, you want to be. Because it's very easy to get into a relationship in college. It is very easy. I cannot stress how easy it is to get a girlfriend or a boyfriend in college. It is the easiest time period to get a significant other. It is the easiest time in your entire life to become a couple. If you're single, you want to be, or you're an incel weirdo. Even if you're an incel weirdo, you're gonna find someone. It's extremely easy. I cannot stress how easy it is to get into a relationship at this age. Or B, you're miserable. You're a miserable incel. I'm sorry. You either want to be single, or you're miserable. This is just normal college stuff. So couple. If you're a couple in college, expect high octane drama. Expect drama every day of your life. I've had roommates. I've interacted with people in college before. I remember back then in the 2000s. So every day, someone cheats on this. X talks to it. Kathy talks to it. Whether girl or guy, it breaks up with this. Blah blah blah. This is the most drama you'll ever have in your life, besides workplace drama. There's gonna be a lot of cheating, long distance relationship drama, everything. Prepare yourself. This is fucking progression every day. It will distract you from your study if you're a couple. I do not recommend being a couple in college. It's very hard to do and maintain your studies. Anyone who's maintained a relationship through high school and college will speak as to how hard it is to do. Unless you're lucky and you respect each other's time and you truly love each other, you're in the minority. If you have that relationship, it's great. I know so many people with that relationship here. I know people who have taken off because one of you guys will be working, another person will be in college. One person supports another person's lifestyle and habits. One person will be working. The other person will be training to be a doctor, be a nurse, be an engineer. This is what happens with college relationships. One person provides the money, the other person goes to school. There's going to be some animosity, but if you make it through, your relationship will last a lifetime. I know so many touching stories about a mom, for example, who works as a waitress every day, busting her ass off while her husband goes to medical school for like 8 years. They live in poverty, and then once you become a doctor, you become a high-paying profession, you should. Most relationships do this. You should, as the person who had the easy 8 years going through college, focusing on education. Now you have a high-paying job. The other person is gonna be a stay-at-home mom or dad. They deserve that. They deserve that. Okay. That's that, and you're rich now. Very few relationships last that long. Maybe you will break up during, or the person going to school will slack off and fail drastically. You will get divorced. This is what happens. This is the best life advice I can give to you younger people here. You have to respect each other. Show them this video. If you're a couple planning to do this, one person working, one person going to school, keep at it. Respect each other. Help each other. Interact with each other. Know how each of you are struggling, how each of you are making personal sacrifices for a better future together, or else the relationship is not going to last. Now, 23-28 is the start of a happy marriage and kids. Talk about a long-lasting relationship and the grind. This is the end goal. This is what you should strive towards at this age. It's the start of happy memories. Or when you hit age 28, this is your first divorce. Some of you, when you hit 28, first divorce, drama for whatever reason, cheating is the normal reason, and you have new insights on relationships. So the high school couple who fucking one person bust their ass off, the other person failed, divorce, and they say, I will never support another man in my life. I will never support another woman in my life. I will never support a gold digger, motherfucker. You will have new insights in relationships. Like, I will be a bachelor forever. I will be fucking crushing dick. I will be fucking crushing pussy. I will crush you with my bare hands every day. I will not respect the other gender, the same gender. They all exist to feed my carnal desires. This is what your thoughts will be. All hookups, rest of my life. Everyone is merely a tool for me to satisfy my urges. I will never get into a serious relationship again. Relationships are trash. Relationships are dumb. Everyone who is in a relationship is a sheeple. This is what you will think. Now, 5 years later, you will find the one. You'll be like, oh, I was wrong. My days of pussy hounding, my days of being a low life whore is no longer. I'm no longer a fuck boy. I'm no longer a dirty slut. I found the one. Oh no, I found the one. We will be together forever. And that might be true. But 3 years later, some of you, that's your second divorce. I've talked to a lot of rich people. This is what happens. This is Jeff Bezos' scenario. Second divorce is going to happen. And you're going to be on a divorce spree, 45 plus. So marriage is like a gateway drug. And each subsequent marriage gets easier, and each subsequent divorce gets easier over time. Some of you will have eight divorces and be rich. If you follow this guide, this is what's gonna happen. Some of you guys are gonna be 3-4 divorces in because you're shit at picking relationships. I'm sorry to say, you're fucking doomed. After your second divorce, is divorce all the way down, buddy. Is divorce all the way down. Now, when you hit age 60, you'll have a virtual waifu or husbando in the pod. This is what we should all strive for. A relationship in the pod. An AI waifu. Now, these are your milestones in life. Now, these are the 4 career paths you can undergo. College track. Now, these are based on my experience. I'm going to give a brief overview of what you can expect at each section in life. So, I went down the college track. There are 4 tracks in life after high school. College, trade school / entrepreneur, Nepo baby, and homeless speedrun. Now, college. I would recommend going to college knowing not what degree you want, knowing how much each degree pays. Research how much each pays. Your hobbies mean shit. Do not pursue your passions. If you're going to a degree for your passions, kill yourself. You kill yourself right now. That's my advice to you. You're a fucking idiot. You're a fucking ultra player for some reason, dude. Fucking kill yourself. Do it as a hobby. Go for the most high-paying degree that you can do well, that you can stick to, that you know you will be good at. Let's say you fucking hate money. You hate finance, but you're really good with money. Go into finance, hate your job, spend the extra money doing your hobby. Do not pick a degree you're passionate about. If you do your hobby as a job, you will hate yourself. You will hate yourself. You'll wake up at night with a gun in your mouth, and you don't know how it got there. Okay? Now, here are the career fields I interact with the most, and I can speak towards. I will not speak on something I do not know about. So accounting / finance, I recommend this. The starting salary, fresh out of college, depending on where you live, 65, 80 grand in the US. Outside the US, you will get paid like shit. Now, peak earnings is around 300K to the million. So what accounting and finance is, normally you want to work for the big 4 public finance first, or public accounting, and then you can use that experience to transition to a private sector degree. So you work in private, you turn evil. Now I can make a separate video on the many tracks of accounting, audit, tax, fucking consulting, fucking financial advice, fucking crypto audit, fucking anything. But that's a separate video. There's too much to talk about here. So you become a partner at a big firm, or you work in private towards the end. You're making around 300 grand. That's your fit. It's a decent chunk of money. It's stable. You never get fired. I recommend it. It's a stable job. And a lot of you young people are not going into it because it's boring. But it's boring and it makes good money. And it's pretty easy later on. Your first few years, you're going to be working 80-hour weeks. Later on, you're going to be making no hours. You're going to be slacking off making YouTube videos like I am. So later on, the reason why this varies so much is because later on in your career, you You eat what you kill. So when you start off in the accounting or finance field, you are getting paid a salary when you start off, and you're getting paid a very small percentage of what you do or what contracts you do. So you're going to work on a $50,000 contract, so you're going to see almost none of that. They're paying your salary because most accountants, when they're starting out, are net loss to the firm. They're training you up later. So later on, when you become a partner, for example, partner should be the end goal. It's a lot of work. Later on, you're gonna rate your bonuses are gonna account for a large portion of your income. So your bonuses are what contracts you work on, your clients you bring in. So you bring in more clients, more value clients, you get paid more. Good partners will make like 50%. Again, it's a dream goal, 50% of what you bring in. So let's say you nail a client for 50 grand, that's 25 grand. 25 grand goes to the firm, 25 grand goes to you. Later on, you're going to meet clients who will pay you 30 grand, 50 grand, 100 grand. So that all adds up. Most of the time it's only going to be like in like the 1-2 grand. But usually people say 300 grand a year is fine. They don't push beyond that. Some people will grind their hearts out and make millions as possible. So CS or computer engineer, that's a good path. I know a lot in Florida because they all work for Lockheed and all the industries here. But starting salary, if you work for Fang, a big industry, is about 150, 200 grand. And if you're a normal company or for a shit company, it's like 80 grand starting now, I think. Again, other people can speak more to it, but this is who I interact with. I don't interact with people who are making less than this. I don't interact with people who are not hiring accountants. So end goal, you're gonna make your 500K to the millions, if you're really good. So they have levels. Most of the FANG companies, so Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, Google, for example, all of them pay on levels, like MMOs or like video games. They have different names for it, like an L3 engineer, like an L2 engineer, L1. So look at your current firm, look at the FANG firms, look at other content creators who do this advice lifestyle on what levels you should be at in your career. It can vary. Normal is like 300K plus. Some people can make the millions if you're Google or whatever. Very, very good money. However, caveat, right now is very, very hard to get hired because the learn to code meme reached over saturation, and so many kids are going to computer science and computer engineer. So it's going to be very hard to get a job. You're going to be like 1-2 years getting calls, not finding a job. So I do not recommend, unless you're very, very good at this, do not go into this field. You will get paid a lot if you get a job, but it's very hard to get hired. Accounting and finance right now, it's very easy to get hired. I think our firm pays 75K right now for fresh out of college bachelor's degree. So very good start. So CFA, what CFA is Certified Financial Advisor. So it's a global industry. So what it means is that at the end of every YouTube videos, if you have a YouTube video, you can say, this is financial advice. That's why everyone on YouTube says this is not financial advice, because you legally can't say that unless you have a CFA in most countries. So you have an $80,000 start usually. So you're basically advising, working, investing, and it's 300K to millions of dollars depending on what levels you are. So this is how you run hedge funds, etc. Work for really rich clients. Again, this is probably the most money you can possibly get out of anything here. You make like tens of millions of dollars if you get a CFA, but it's all about connections. If you're not charismatic, if you can't talk to people, or you don't build connections, do not get it. And just like everything else, you have levels to the CFA. So I think I have the thing pulled up. So the levels of the CFA are, I'll have it pulled up, unfortunately. So I think we're going to take care of my work first. So the levels of the CFA are quite wide. So level 1, level 2, just like MMOs. So you get your levels, you pay for levels, very expensive connections, meaning you can manage more people, manage more portfolios, etc. Not that much to talk about. If you know you're going to be a CFA, then go into the field. Now just take the CFA exam, CFA test for each levels. Lots go into it. Look it up. I go with. So pen testing. A lot of people do not know this field exists. So pen testing, what it means is penetration testing. Now it pays a lot because a lot of people don't know this job exists. So your job is to hack. So a lot of firms, big firms, pay people to test the vulnerabilities on their servers, for example. So if you have a specialty in the field, learn pen testing. Learn how to get the pen testing qualifications in IT. Be your own pen tester. You make about 400 to 500K. You make a lot of money. It's very easy to become a pen tester because a lot of people don't know the job exists. So look up how to get into pen testing. You don't need to have a good computer experience because a lot of it is social hacks. Let's say you're hot. You're extremely attractive. You can become a pen tester. So all they do is hack. So if you're good at computers, or if you're hot, you go up to the receptionist and say, "Hello, can I get access to the servers? I'm hot." Or because the goal is to get into their servers by any means necessary. So you can call them up, scam them. Basically, this is a hacking scenario. You can hack by getting into their pants, getting into their bedroom, being hot or whatever. You make a lot of money as a pen tester. You don't need OnlyFans. You just need to seduce random companies and for pen testing. Contact a pen testing firm. If you say you're hot and very attractive and send them photos, some of them will actually hire you, no meme, and will teach you what questions to ask so they can hack into their servers to get paid. So again, if you're hot or if you're very good at computers, you gotta do pen testing. Doctor, if you're Asian, you know how much they pay. Now, trade schools. A lot of people don't talk about trade schools. If you hate the idea of schooling, high school trauma, or bad at studying, go to a trade school. They make good money. You make 6 figures going to trade school. Now, they pay as well, if not more, compared to college degrees. If they schooling, trade school is cheaper. You make money faster. A lot of you guys, this is what I recommend for you guys. Do not look down on people who go to trade school. They can buy and sell you. A lot of them make good money. If you make money, do not look around. You only look down on poor people. Do not look down on successful people. Do not look down on people who don't go to college but make more money than you. Like, if you're smart and poor, your life is worthless. It means nothing to be smart and poor. It means nothing to anyone to be a know-it-all and poor. I'm sorry. So, welding. Welding, good money. As Loxy from the Discord is a welder. AC repair, oil rig slave, very good money. Your body deteriorates fast. ATC, air traffic controller. I would talk about this the most. I recommend all of you young people go into air traffic controlling before your age limit expires. So you can only become an air traffic controller if you're under 31. You can work longer than that. But if you're over 31, you can never become one in order to get accepted into the program. So you don't need to be smart. All you have to do is have a high attention span, period. So you work for 15-minute shifts sometime and you basically monitor air traffic. Look up ATC schooling. They pay very well, 150K plus towards 300K at the end of your career. They pay very well. And you probably won't get fired unless it's a Reagan strike scenario. Garbage man, if you work long enough, you get paid well. Take 6 gigs. Electrician, butlers, and nannies. Now, I'm not talking about like random nanny service. I'm talking about the premium butler and nanny services. So, I don't know if you guys know this, but there are special butler schools you can go to. Now, let me go back to the other thing. So this is the ATC qualifications. These are for U.S. citizens only. If you're in other countries, you'll get paid like shit if you're not a U.S. air traffic controller. So strike this off your list. So these are the requirements. Be under 31, pass the exam, blah, blah, blah. Here we go. This is what you need. Air traffic controller. Very good. Now, Nanny school. There are special nanny colleges and butler colleges around the world for premium butler and nanny things. So these are super nannies. These aren't the regular run nannies that all of you poor fucks hire. These are nannies rich people hire. This is a very lucrative field. And it's very easy to get qualified and into. You know why? Because most people don't know about it. If you apply, just get in. Instead of going to a regular college, go to nanny college. Go to nanny college. So you're certified. Again, bodyguard college is also a thing. I'm teaching young people this if they have the attention span to watch my videos. You have the attention span to go into these fields. So nanny, you get paid a shit ton depending on who hires you, unless it's the Kardashians. The Kardashians are notoriously famous for paying their nannies like a shit. That's a fun fact. The royal family in the UK, notoriously famous for paying their nannies like shit. Because it's known as prestige. But other royalty in other countries, they pay them well. Rich people pay these nannies well, pay their butlers well. Because you get into this college and you get this certification, they're more likely to hire you to take care of their kids. And once a rich family hires you, they hire you for life. You're going to be part of their kids' life for life. And this is a very good career path for most of you, just to suck up to billionaires and millionaires. Sorry. This is what most of you should do. Be slaves to the upper class. I'm giving you actual good life advice, unlike other people. For money. This is about your money. Sell your dignity for money. Okay? Okay. So back to other jobs you can get. Concierge. At a hotel. Very good field. You get paid more than how good connections. You sell drugs to people. That is the secret. You sell drugs to rich people staying at hotels. This is what's going to happen. A lot of them are going to ask you for some coke, and you're going to give it to them. And you're going to get paid well. You're going to make six figs working at concierge for a hotel for rich people. Credit card concierge. I went over this in my credit card video. You know what we're going to do? You may have to kill someone from time to time. Roofer. Good money. Video editor. If you're good money. Not me though. If you want to become my video editor, I'm gonna pay you like shit. I don't have a video editor. I pay the bare minimum. I will treat you like a slave. So do not work for me. Blood boy / girl. That's a career field most people don't know. Peter Thiel. Silicon Valley meme. It's actually a thing. Some billionaires will pay you to be healthy so they can take your blood to replace them with theirs for some pseudoscience shit. Become a blood boy. Become a blood girl. Professional shopper. Bill Gates has this. Some rich people pay people to shop for them because they don't want to spend the time to shop. How do you think they're like rich? They stop the Kardashians' favorite. This is a job field people don't know exists. I'm just talking about that I know exists. I know many clients who have professional shoppers. Their job is, if a new sneaker releases, they wait in line. You know, like all the stores people waiting in line are getting paid for? That's the job. You get paid to wait in line to buy something for rich people. That could be your job. You're very good at standing in line. And if you're very good at shopping for things, you get paid very well, 6 figs. Bill Gates, professional shopper, when he went on Ellen, he pays her like $130,000 a year just to fill his refrigerator and shop for school supplies. That's her only job. And he pays for her child's college tuition as well. This is a job field most of you would dream to be in. Be a slave. Professional feeder. This is also a job most people. I was surprised when I found out. Some rich people in Florida, it's only happened once, so I can't speak to how many exist. One person in Florida, Billionaires Row, you know where that is, Billionaires Row, right around Miami. I walked in, and the client, he had someone feeding him while I was working on some stupid spreadsheet. While his deadbeat son comes in. There was a model, all she does is feed him. No sexual stuff involved. Some of them are literally too lazy and need to be fed. And then OnlyFans. Also, there's the whole body sushi thing as well, which is very niche in Miami. I do not recommend getting to body sushi. So, if you're a Nepo baby, have your rich parents offer you a job, apartment complex to manage, and if they're rich and they hate you, it's a skill issue. You were born with all the advantages. Learn to kiss ass, motherfucker. So all these Nepo baby jobs are CEO of your parents' company, CFO of your parents' company, COO of your parents' company, CMO of your parents' company, or gifted apartment complex to manage, gifted a business. Wheeled around your beloved parents to autograph signings and steal their bloods like fucking Stan Lee's daughter. Okay, I'm gonna go on a rant about Stan Lee's elder abuse. So he originally in Marvel Comics. So I made a Reddit post about this. So this is a very long article about the mistreatment Stan Lee has. So his last years, I went to MegaCon in Orlando. Met him. If you went to his conventions last years, you know what I'm talking about. So Stan Lee was elder abused by his daughter. So this is what happens to some rich people if you have shithead descendants. His blood was taken from him. He was isolated. So it was years of elder abuse. Stan Lee. So if you're a shithead rich kid, this is what you can do to your famous parent as well. Wheel him around of conventions and collect his money. Fucking disgusting trash of a daughter. Stan Lee's daughter. Fucking trash individual, okay? Now back to myself. Now, this is the homeless speedrun track if you want to be homeless. Go to art school. Try to break it into a creative industry. Play old trash until your brain melts, or miss your monthly tithes to flares. Other ways to become a homeless fast. If you really want to be homeless, become a non-furry artist. Become a non-furry or non-erotic writer. Playing old trash. Majoring in philosophy without connections. Now, if you major in philosophy with a guaranteed professorship, then sure. Majoring in underwater basket weaving, Shakespearean literature, or any other useless degree. Finding out your therapist play old trash and not reporting them to the fucking police. Report them to the cops. Right now, if you find out they play old trash, they're driving people to suicide. Report them now. Attack them now, okay? Or getting deep into Warhammer 40k, Magic the Gathering, or playing Epic 7. These are the paths to become homeless fast, okay? And with that, that concludes my hour-long video.